Hey, how's it going, guys? DJ Av here, aka Traptendo, and what we have in front of us is Scalar 1.5. It is a new update, and it is fantastic. The link will be in the description box. If you don't have it, please purchase it from that link. It's an affiliate link. It helps support this channel. And what I'm doing is a overview of all of the new features, or the features that I really like about it the most. So let's do this. Let's go.
Traptendo.
Bars. So starting off, let's go check the options here. Now, there is a new option of where you can change the GUI or the GUI or whatever you want to call graphic interface, user interface. So you can make it light. So if you like to see it like this, then fine. It's really cool. Me personally, it's really hard for me to read why it's like that. So I'm going to turn that option off. You have other options like showing tooltips when you hover over an particular option or a parameter, so it will tell you how to use it or what it does. So, you know, if you don't read manuals, hey, there's tool tips for you. Other options, of course, control note duration with the mouse click. Of course, let me turn that on. So if I was to hold a E minor real quick, it will play as long as I have the mouse over it or as long as the sound plays. Also, if I was to turn it off, let's go ahead and show you that. Obviously, it won't play that long. And then you have humanizing velocity, but that was around in the older version. But, you know, for those who don't know, if you play the piano or anything like that, you have hand fatigue, so you might play notes softer. Or if you are just generally just want a certain mood and you want to play light at certain parts and then play really hard at certain parts, then of course you can't. You can. So, you know, those are some of the things I just wanted to point out there for all new and old. And yeah. So another thing you might notice, that is a string. The original version of Scalar only had piano and synth. So you can change to different sounds now, like acoustic guitar and harmonic guitar and electric guitar and synth sounds. And they sound really good. A friend of mine, Detroit Nix, he actually likes the pianos in this thing, and he loves just playing it. Now, he doesn't need Scalar at all. If you have seen my original Scalar video, which will be in the description box, definitely think you will enjoy that. So check that out. And yeah, really good. It's really good that it's just not only music theory. I do have a question for you guys in the comments. Please, you know, answer it. Do you think that music theory plugins are cheating? I know a lot of people, well, some people always come into the comment section and say, learn real music theory. Well, that's not how things work these days, guys. So I'm just letting you know that just like how DAWs popped out of nowhere or drum machines have popped out of nowhere and became the wave of music, hey, you're just going to have to deal with it. All these tools are here meant to have fun and use them. So now I'm going to go ahead and select a new preset here, and then I'm going to go to Epic, and we're going to see, you're going to hear some really cool stuff. So this binding Midi has some different results now. So if I select A, now I can select the stuff in the A part of the plugin. So if you notice, the bind Midi or bind mode right here is all in just one octave. So it starts with the C2 octave all the way up until you get the C3, which will play this. So with that, I just want to point that out to you guys. So you also can do B and C, which is your custom area. One of the things I do want to show you guys, which is fantastic, is scale locking. Now, with the older Scalar, if you were outside of those binded MIDI areas, it will just continue to play regular notes. But now with the scale locking, it plays within that particular scale that you have selected. So let me turn scale lock off so I can show you. See? So that's really good because, again, that was one of the bigger complaints about this. Oh, you can't lock out the scale and play. So now is the ultimate music theory plugins for those who just don't get down like that. Other things, of course, you have arpeggio. So if you turn on arpeggio, it arpeggiates. So that's really good. And one of the things I was like, oh man, they forgot to put rates in there, so you can't control the rate of it. No. Not only can you control the speed, and I'm going to go to 1/16. 1/16 triplets, that is. You also can select if you want the arpeggiation to go down as well. And you can do some crazy stuff with it. Yeah, so with that, just keep on keep it on, and let's go ahead and go into strumming. So for those who don't know, or you can't hear the difference here, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the classic piano. Now you can hear that one note is playing later than the other one in the chord progression. So if I turn that off, let's hear it. So now you can strum. Let's see the strumming options here, because there are different options that you can do. So you have slow, medium, and fast. So that's really cool. I think that's just a really cool option that they added into this. So that makes the progressions a little less stale. So with that, you also have another mode here. Where you can adjust the different types of parameters of that scale on the fly. So you can either look at it in keyboard mode or in this mode. And that actually resembles much more of like the Ableton Push 2. Other things you could do too as well. Look at this. You can use customs. So you actually can do a lot more stuff than you could before. A whole bunch. So, how do you feel about this, guys? Because I feel that this is fantastic. I mean, you got new sounds, a new UI skin. You can select arpeggiation. You can strum. You can select the different parts of the MIDI that you want to bind. You have these two different modes over here, the custom modes. And then you have more music theory scales to work with. I think it's really good. I think the things that you can do with this is fantastic. Now, of course, if you're not really jiggy with the sounds that come with this, of course you can bind this to something else. So I have an instance of Electra right here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you. And this sound. So we're going to go and I'm going to close this out first. And then we're going to monitor in, and I'm going to select scalar. Then I'm going to select scalar again. Now let's go back to scale over here. Make sure that you have this muted, because of course And that's the sound that me and Ocean View did. This is a preset bank that me and Ocean View did for ElectraX 1.4 or higher. God's plan. Don't sleep on it. It's dope. Link will be in the description box for that. Anyways, just let me know how you feel about this, because I really do like it. It's a really strong tool. Again, let me know your feelings about music theory plugins. Doesn't mean if you use any of these that you're any less of a producer than the next one. It's all about creativity at the end of the day, and these type of tools are a plus in my book. So, yeah, let me know, guys. I'm DJ Av, Trap Tendo.